Hi guys, good day, it's me, Teacher MJ. Our topic for today class is all about solving quadratic equation using the quadratic formula in which the answer for this given square root class is not a perfect square. So without further ado, let's do this topic. Now this is actually requested class from our students and our subscribers in Facebook and YouTube. I would like to give thanks and shout out to them. This answer is for you class. Now, what if you solve for the quadratic equation using the quadratic formula and the answer in this given square root example class is square root of 12, is square root of 15. Of course, we don't have square root of 15. And what would be the thing that you need to do if you have this kind of answer? And we will be explaining it to one class step by step in this video class. Alright, let's start with example number 1. Now, first thing that you need to do class is you need to get the value of A, B, and C for you to plug in those value in this given formula. So once again, number 1, so x squared minus 4x plus 1. Our A, once again, our general equation or the standard form of quadratic equation, that is ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. So therefore, our A is beside x squared. Understood that there's 1 here, so therefore our A is 1. Our B is beside x with exponent of 1. The linear term, so our B beside x, that would be negative 4. And our C is the constant, that would be positive 1. So once you get the value of A, B, and C, simply plug in this value in this quadratic formula. So copy x equals, copy negative sign, copy minus sign. Then the value of B, that's negative 4. So you put parentheses, then you copy negative 4. Now, in this scenario class, you will be asking questions. Sir, why do you have two negatives? Now, the first negative class came from the formula. It says negative B. Once again, the formula, it says negative B. So, first negative came from the formula. And this negative 4 class came from the value of B. Once again, our B is negative 4. That's why you have two negatives. The first negative came from the formula. And the value of B, that's negative 4. Question, sir, why do we need to put parentheses? Because we're not allowed class that the two signs are close to each other. Okay, we're not allowed two signs close to each other. We need to put parentheses because we need to multiply the signs. And this will be negative times negative. It will be positive. So I hope you get this one class. Alright, and then copy positive negative is square root of, once again, our B is negative 4. So negative 4, then quantity squared. You put quantity class and then squared. Minus 4, then our A is 1, positive 1. 4 times 1, and our C is positive 1, so times 1. So our A, once again, if you have 4 AC, it means 4 times A times C. If the variable are close to each other, together with the number, it means multiplication class. 4 AC, it's just the same with 4 times A times C. So negative 4 times A is 1, and our C is 1, so 4 times 1 times 1. Over, so 2a, it means 2 times a. 2 times 1, because our a is 1. Alright, and then simplify. This will be x equals, so negative times negative, it will be positive. So negative times negative, this will be positive. So simply copy 4. Instead of negative 4, it becomes positive 4, because negative times negative is positive. Then copy plus minus square root of, so this one plus negative 4 squared. Once again, negative 4 squared, it doesn't mean negative 4 times 2. It means you multiply this negative 4 by itself twice. This is the same with negative 4 times negative 4. And negative times negative is positive. 4 times 4 is 16. So negative 4 times negative 4, that's positive 16. And then you multiply this one class. Negative 4 times 1, that's negative 4. Times 1, that's negative 4. Alright, so once again class, I hope you get this one class. Negative 4 times 1, so negative 4 times 1, that's negative 4. So negative 4 times 1, negative 4 times 1, so negative 4 times 1 again, that's negative 4. So that's why we have 16 minus 4. Alright, all over 2 times 1, that is 2. Alright, so once again, all over, then 2. 2 times 1 is 2. So you combine this one class, 16 minus 4, simplify inside this radical symbol. So copy x equals 4, positive negative, over, so this is over 2, Then you combine this one, class. 16 minus 4. What's the answer, class? That's correct. 16 minus 4, that is 12. So copy square root of 12. Now question, do we have square root of 12? Nope, we don't have square root of 12. Next question, can we simplify square root of 12? Yep, we can simplify square root of 12. By what means, sir? Now you find two numbers, class, that one number is a perfect square, the other is not. That when you multiply the two numbers, you will get 12. Once again, class, you find two numbers that when you multiply the two numbers, you will get 12. One number is a perfect square, the other is not. Now, what are those perfect squares? We have 4, we have 9, 16, 25, 36, 49, and so on, right? Once again, class, we call this number perfect squares because when we get the square root of this number, our answer, class, is a whole number. Example, the square root of 4, of course, that's 2. Because 2 times 2, that's 4. Square root of 9, that is 3. Your answer, class, is always a whole number when we get the square root of these particular numbers. That's why, class, we call these numbers perfect squares, because if we get the square root of this number, our answer is a whole number. So once again, you find two numbers that when you multiply the two numbers, you will get 12. One number is a perfect square, the other is not. I'm sure you have it in your mind. That is 4 times 3, right? Or some of the cases, class, if it's hard for you to find that number, you can divide, class. Okay, 12 divide 16. Of course, that cannot be because 16 is greater than 12. You divide 12 by 9. Once again, divide this number inside the radical by this perfect squares for you to check what would be that number. 12 divided 16, that's cannot be. 12 divided by 9, that's cannot be. 12 divided by 4, of course, that's 3. Therefore, we can divide 12 by 4. Therefore, the two numbers, it should be 4 and 3. Once again, class, find two numbers. One number is a perfect square, the other is not. So, therefore, we can simplify this one. Once again, square root of 12, we can simplify square root of 12 by square root of 4 times 3. Once again, square root of 12, we can simplify that one by square root of 4 times 3. 4 is a perfect square, then 3 is not. And the square root of 4, that is 2. You put it outside the radical symbol. The square root of 4, that's 2. And then simply copy square root of 3. So square root of 12 is just the same with 2 square root of 3. So you always simplify, class, if you can simplify. Alright, so let me copy this one. So once again, this is... So we don't have enough space, class. This will be x. Okay, let me just write it here. X equals 4 positive negative for square root of 12. We can simplify that one by 4 times 3 over 2. So this will be x equals, copy, 4 positive negative. Once again, 4 times 3, that is 12. The square root of 4, that's 2. We put it outside. And this will be 2. Copy square root of 3 over 2. Alright, and then we separate this one, class. Once again, class, we separate this one because we have positive then negative. Alright, so I'll be erasing this part, class. You pause the video. I hope you understand this one, class. I will be erasing this part because we don't have enough space. So let me just erase this part, class. Alright, so this will be, you separate this one, class. We have positive and then we have negative. So we can write this one x. For our x sub 1 equals 4 plus 2 square root of 3 over 2. And the other one for our x sub 2. So x sub 2 equals, let me just erase this one, class. So our x sub 2 equals 4 and then minus 2 square root of 3 over 2. Alright, and then once again, class, do not combine, class, 4 and 2 square root of 3 because this 4, class, doesn't contain radicals. So the thing that we need to do, class, is we can separate this individually. We can write this one, x sub 1 equals 4 over 2 plus 2 square root of 3 over 2. Alright, and x sub 1 equals, once again, class, this is just the same. If you still remember, class, in fractions, if they have the same denominator, simply copy the denominator and you can add the numerator. So that would be 4 plus 2 square root of 3. Once again, class, 4 plus 2 square root of 3, simply copy. Do not add, class. If your answer, class, is 6 square root of 3, I'm sure, class, you will commit mistakes. You cannot add at 1, class, because this 4 doesn't contain radicals. Alright, so we do it separately. So 4 over 2 plus 2 square root of 3 over 2. So can we divide 4 by 2? Yup. 4 divided by 2, that's 2. Plus, now we can cancel 2. We can cancel this out. 2 divided by 2, that's 1. We can cancel it out. Copy square root of 3. That's it, class. That's the answer for our x sub 1. Once again, class, do not combine, class. We cannot combine because this 2 doesn't contain a square root. So that's the answer, class, for x sub 1. 2 plus square root of 3. Alright, and for our x sub 2, once again, you separate this one. So x sub 2 equals, you can copy this one, 4 over 2 minus 2 square root of 3 over 2. So x sub 2 equals, can we divide? Yup. 4 divided by 2, that's 2. And then we can cancel this out. Copy minus sign, then square root of 3. That's it, class. That's the answer for x sub 2. 2 minus square root of 3. All set, class, for example number 1. Alright, so you pause the video, class. I'll be erasing this one. Let's move on to example number 2, class. Alright, so let's proceed now to example number 2. Now for number 2, class, you check the equation. Is it on standard form? Nope, it's not. So we need to transform this one into standard form. Once again, class, the standard form of quadratic equation, we have ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. So therefore, class, the right side of this equal sign should be equal to 0. Therefore, we need to transpose 4 from right to left. And once we transpose 4 from this equation, we change the sign. So our equation will be x squared plus 7x, this is positive 4, it will be negative 4 equals 0. So our a is beside x squared, understood that there's 1 here, our a is 1. Our b is beside x, that would be 7, and our c is the constant, that's negative 4. Alright, so simply substitute the value of a, b, and c in this equation. So copy x, copy equal sign, then copy minus sign, and the value of b is 7, so minus 7. Once again, this minus sign came from our equation, minus, then our b is 7. Then positive, negative, square root of, once again, class, our b is 7. So 7, then quantity squared, minus 4, and our a is 1. So 4 times 1, then our c is negative 4 times negative 4. Alright, and then all over 2, and our a is 1. 2 times 1. Alright, so this is x equals, copy, negative 7, positive, negative, square root of, now what is 7 squared, class? That's correct, 7 squared, that is 49. Okay, once again, 7 squared, it doesn't mean 7 times 2, it means 7 times 7. And 7 times 7, that is 49. Alright, so this is 49. And then negative 4 times 1. So you multiply this one, class. Negative 4 times 1. Of course, that's negative 4. So negative 4 times 1, that's negative 4. Times negative 4. So negative 4 times negative 4. The answer is positive 16. Alright, so this is positive 16. All over 2 times 1, that is 2. Right, so once again, class. Negative 4 times 1, that's negative 4. And then negative 4. The answer for this one, class, is negative 4. Once again, negative 4 times 1, that's negative 4. And then negative 4 times negative 4, that's positive 16. Alright, and this is x equals, copy, negative 7, positive, negative. You add this one, class, 49 plus 16. So 49 plus 16. 9 plus 6, that's 15. 5, carry 1. 1 plus 4 is 5, plus 1 is 6. 65. So square root of 65 over 2. Alright, so can we simplify, class? Square root of 65? Check, class. Do we have square root of 65, class? Nope, we cannot simplify square root of 65. Let's check, class. For perfect squares, 1, 9, 16, 25, 36, 49, and 64. Alright, so can we divide 65 by 64? Nope. 65 by 49? Nope, we cannot divide. Same with 36? Nope. 25? Nope. We get a decimal answer. 65 divided by 16? Nope. And same with 9 and 4. Therefore, class, we cannot simplify square root of 65. Now, if you cannot simplify, class, simply copy, class. Once again, if you cannot simplify square root of 65, simply copy. Therefore, class, our answer will be, so you can separate this one, x equals negative 7 plus square root of 65 over 2. And the other one, x equals, copy, negative 7 minus square root of 65 over 2. So check class, can we divide 7 and 2? Nope, we cannot divide 7 and 2. So therefore class, this will be our final answer. If we can divide class, this whole number by 2, we can do it individually. We can separate this one. Like example number 1 class, we can do it like this, negative 7 over 2 minus square root of 65 over 2. This is just the same class. But since we cannot divide class, we cannot divide negative 7 by 2. So this will be our final answer class. You can have this answer class if you want to. That's okay. You will have the same answer. But actually, since we cannot divide 7 by 2, this will be our final answer class. X sub 2 and x sub 1. If you can divide the whole number by the denominator, you can do it individually class. Once again class, do not combine negative 7 and negative square root of 65 because this 7 doesn't contain radicals. So this will be our final answer class. Alright, so this is x sub 1 and this will be x sub 2. That's it class, all set for example number 2. Alright, so once again, if you have some questions class with regards to quadratic formula, go ahead class, feel free to leave a comment on the comment section down below, or you can always message me class in our Facebook channel, same name with our YouTube channel. So once again, I hope you learned something new today. If you like this video, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. You share to your friends and to your classmates so that we can help more students. Once again, this is Teacher MJ. Have a great day class. Goodbye for now. Bye-bye.